Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear respected participants, my name is Mahdi Van Safwan. I would like to present our research in a teaching method titled SWOT Analysis to the Design and Implementation of a Project-Based Learning in Ordinary Differential Equations module. I am collaborated with Arif Farid and Rili Stari. We are from Department of Mathematics. We are teaching team in this module. There is a challenge in teaching mathematics. First, mathematics is difficult. Second, mathematics is not interesting. And these two things will create like an endless circle which give impact to each other. Difficulty will imply to not interesting perception for the student, and not interesting will create difficulty for the student to understand mathematics. And of course that we have to find a better way to teach students so that the student will be easy to understand mathematics, and then it will create interest for the students to study mathematics. Now, in this context, we propose a project-based learning, or PjBL, which combines a mathematics activity through the project itself, and then the topics of the projects are simple and interesting for the students. According to Fishers, Kusumah, and Dahlan, the project-based learning is characterized by these three things. First, students investigate important ideas and ask questions. Second, students find understanding in the process of investigating. And the third, students produce creative and critical thinking, connecting with real-world problems. So from this characteristic, we can observe that the PjBL actually depends on the students, depends on the factors had by the students. So that's why we think it is important to conduct a SWOT analysis before we design and implement the project-based learning in our class. Understanding and the interactions of peers learning groups and the factors that influence the groups are very important. And then identifying how external and internal factors influence the peer groups in the class is also critical in a student-driven instructional approach. Some previous studies about this related to the SWOT analysis to the PjBL have conducted by some researchers as shown in this slide. Okay, in this class, we have 75 students in the Ordinary Differential Equations module or class, or ODE, in our department for the academic year 2021 and 2022. In the first half of semester, we provide students with the conceptual backgrounds of the module of this course. And then in the second half of semester, the projects are introduced and implemented to explore more contextual knowledge of the students. In this case, we conduct SWOT analysis to obtain the relevant strategies in the design and implementation of the PjBL. First, we have identified SWOT factors related to the students. Some of them are adopted from this journal. So we have identified factors related to the strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats had by the students, as shown in this slide. And then for each of these factors, we ask students to give the rates and the score. So the reds reflects the importance of the factors according to the students, and the score related to the reflections, how the factors are reflected to the student itself. And then we calculate some quantify in some calculations, and then by using a Wheelen approach, we obtained that the positions of the SWOT factors had by the students in our class is in the quadrant, in the first quadrant. So the horizontal axis means the internal factors from weakness in the left, and then strengths in the right. And then the vertical lines reflects the external factors had by the students. Opportunities in the above and below the threats. So from this result, we have to use strengths to take advantage of the opportunities had by the students in design and implementation of the PjBL. So from these results, we recommend the PjBL. First, students should be prepared for the use of technology in the projects, which is which is conducted by the laboratory practice. And then the project works should be designed so that the student will have enough time to accomplish. And then topics of the project should be designed as simple and attractive as possible. And then the topics of the project should be explained in Bahasa, because some of the students have not good skills in English. Okay, that's all that we want to present. We thank to LP3M Analyst University for giving us a grant to conduct this research. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.